Good morning, and welcome to the Deal Room Live, the daily real estate deal tank powered by Titan Impact Group, a global leader in AI-driven real estate investing and funding, where the real estate world meets speed, precision, and profit. And bring us your deal so we can put it into our AI model that analyzes and structures real estate deals in minutes, generates all the docs you need to get the deal done, and gives you a verified, unbiased breakdown of due diligence report. The investors get the advantage of getting fully vetted AI-analyzed deals that cut their due diligence time down by 60%. So you're in the right place. Let's open the deal room now and get into today's opportunity.
So super excited about what he is sharing. Sorry, just getting this into all the groups and on all the pages.
Yep, I got to go in and share it too.
Thank you.
Do you have it going live yet?
We're live.
Are you able to tag me in those, or it just goes live? I'm not super knowledgeable with the live.
On friend's profile, Tracy.
Okay.
I just shared it on your profile.
Yay, thank you.
You're welcome. And then I can share it to groups, into Wealthwise Women, Firepower.
Just share it, your profile.
The link for the Facebook Live is also in the chat.
You're awesome.
Thank you. So I'm pretty sure, Blake, you created your Facebook just for us. Is that right?
Correct. I had it a while ago. I needed it for a job because that's how they did scheduling. So that's the only reason I had it. I'm not very up to date on Facebook, so it's very bare.
That's okay. I think it's for us old folk.
All right.
You know.
Really funny.
Well, it's been explained to me that the social medias are equivalent to kind of like a girlfriend.
Oh,
like each
boy.
one's a little bit different. Like,
Here we go.
I'm always afraid of these explanations.
well,
I'm afraid every time he opens his mouth. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's
I'm
going to come
interested to
out.
continue.
Wow, just wow.
That's the power of prayer right there, Tracy. You have to pray that I say the right things. That's all you got.
You think I haven't been?
pray that God guides all his thoughts, words, and actions.
I do too,
Yes,
right?
yes,
First
yes.
thing in the morning. And then I let him, literally, I get on my knees every morning, like it all depends on him. And then I get up and on my feet, like it all depends on me.
Right.
Right. That's the way it's supposed to work. But social media is like women that you would date. Some of them you'd bring home to mom. Some of them you'd bring to the prom, you know?
Oh, boy.
So
Okay.
Okay.
we'll leave it right there.
So I'm really excited to be sharing
I get to go be in the big chair. I'm
with
in
all
the
of
big
you.
chair. I'm in the big chair.
Really excited about this. So we have our virtual summit that's coming up. It is May 19th, 20th, 21st. But leading up to it, we're going to do 7 webinars. And what we threw, funny enough, on my AI, what we talked about and through all our brainstorming and stuff, I'm super excited about this. So we're going to have 7 webinars. So we're sticking with 7 streams. Like that's the 7 is the, I guess.
It's a God number.
It's a God number, apparently. I didn't know that. So the first webinar is going to be Titan Impact Group, and that's the brain of the whole plan. Then we've got Titan 23. This is the fund. We're going to talk about the PPM, the GPT. Then the next one's going to be LandShark, which is the machine, the podcast. Wealthwise Women is the heart, the nonprofit for education. Chosen Forever is the soul, the nonprofit for impact. OZ Wizard, the tax plan. 1 billion away from Uncle Sam. And then 7 streams, the investor club. So 100 millionaires. Because we have so many things to talk about, from the RV park to the data centers, to Katya's product, to Tracy with the lending, Laura, what you do, like there's so many things to talk about, but all of those fall in some category under one of these. So this is how we're going to do it. And we're going to weave all this in, but all the details to all the things we're going to talk about, we're actually going to be teaching about this on the virtual summit in May. So we're really excited about this.
Well, the other thing too is what I think is important is that we have resources for all this information, right?
Yeah.
Already, so we don't have to like design any new information or design any new tools to present. What I think I would like to see is that if we could get people that want to interact with us on that, because you're the expert, we're the expert, you and I are the expert on these things. And we've got other experts that we work with on these things.
Right.
I think for the webinar, it's important to have people like Roman, Tracy, Laura, sitting side by side with us, but then having somebody like Blake, Katya, Cicely asking us the questions, talking to us about the stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I just had that podcast yesterday, and the dude like literally asked me one question. I talked for 30 minutes, and
no, there's no way you did that.
we're gonna have a SaaS jar. You guys ever heard of a cuss jar? We're
I
gonna
have one in my
SaaS
kitchen.
I'm
It's full.
100% going to be a billionaire if I got all of you ladies to pay into the SaaS jar.
We're
You know,
just in
hey,
agreement with you.
I'm just
laughter is
saying.
the best medicine. If I can cause anybody to laugh today, I'm helping you get healthier. You're welcome.
100%. Like, ready for this?
Good job, Trace.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Again, the SaaS jar would make me a billionaire. So I'm going to say. I pray that the level of SaaS.
Except for you're super sassy.
Hey, if you spot it, you got it, right? If you
Is
spot
that like
it,
who?
you got
Is
it.
that like who smelt it, dealt it? Oh, that should have been coming from Tommy.
Exactly.
Is that like it takes
When
one
you're
to know
looking
one?
at somebody and being like, "You're so impatient," guess what?
Takes one
Yes.
to know one.
Mirror,
Yes.
mirror on the wall.
Okay, so we're done with this. I know we have Ryan is here, and I understand Ryan's got a deal we want to run. So let's get the expert up here, and you get to
Oh,
do
I
your thing.
got it. I'm getting. Did you see how that worked, Blake? She called me the expert to get me out of the big chair. Watch.
Live it
Here we
up.
go.
We
Live
went
it
and worked
up.
out at 5:30 this morning.
Somebody decided
Good.
that
Whoop, whoop.
that gym time had to be before
Them
meditation.
is in the
time.
morning.
I want to be a member of the 5 o'clock club. I just can't
Right?
get there yet.
Listen, here's what I know. Ready for this?
Yeah.
People that make under $1 million get up at 4 a.m. People that make $1 million or more get up at 5 a.m. And people that make $1 billion get up at 9 a.m.
Dadgummit, that's not ringing true in my life right now, but I'm going to accept it and I'm going to be
Right.
in that group.
So
Yeah.
those are your success times. This is what I know to be true based on surveys, is that people that make less than $1 million get up before 5 a.m. They get up at 4 a.m. People that make $1 million or more typically get up between 5 and 6 a.m. Right? Because they still have enterprise to run. But when you're a billionaire, your enterprise runs itself.
I get
And so
it.
you can literally wake up the minute the bank opens. You don't
But
have
9
to wake
a.m.
up.
Eastern is 6 a.m. Pacific.
Exactly. So let me get over here. I know it looks silly, but does it sound any better up there?
As opposed to what?
It was down here on my chest. So do I sound better now or before?
Well, I don't want to look at you like that. So let's put it back on the jacket.
See, SaaS jar, $10.
He's telling the truth. That's
I'm
not
just
sassy.
saying. Let's put it back on the lapel too.
Nothing about the SaaS jar says that the truth can't be sassy. Right?
Okay, so Ryan, welcome. We'd love to see your face. Happy that
They
Tracy.
got a rule around here, Ryan. If you don't show your face, you can't talk.
There we go.
All right, that's fine.
Ryan's
I'm on
moving.
site here. We're building, doing some residential construction. So
There we go.
taking a
Now,
quick break.
now you have our
Nice.
attention. This
Sure.
man is blue collar all the way.
Blue
So
collar $1 million 25 on Instagram.
Hey, somebody's got to build and renovate these facilities. That's me.
100%.
That's my
Yep.
job. The operator,
love that.
she's 30 years of experience. That's hers, is dealing with the disease of Alzheimer's and stuff. But for me, I'm renovating them. I'm finding them, raising capital, and renovating these things. So
beautiful.
Nice.
see you guys today.
Nice.
Okay.
So I went ahead and teed it up in my chat if you want it. Because
Beautiful. Thank
all
you.
I did was I took the 3 documents that you emailed me, Ryan, and I uploaded them into
Okay.
our deal hunter. And then
And
I
for,
told it.
Ryan, I want to make sure that we preface Ryan and give him a heads up.
Sure.
Okay.
What we're about to do is we do real estate investing 100% using AI. We no longer use
Smart.
the old method of people going out and going on to the government website and calling a feasibility study program operator and we do
Awesome.
all that with AI.
Including
Awesome.
raising
Right.
capital, hundreds of millions of dollars.
So and why I say we use AI is because we're the experts behind this. We take it, like when I call a feasibility study, call for a feasibility study, I still have to take that information in and use my brain to figure it out. But what I did was with this team, we put together a program where we took my brain of 30 years of development and put it into an AI model. And here's what it doesn't have to deal with. It doesn't have to deal with a bad day. It doesn't have to deal with sassy co-hosts. It doesn't have to put up with any trouble getting through to people on voicemails and returning text messages. Like, it doesn't have to deal with any of that. It just goes straight out, gets you information, and brings it back like my retrievers used to when I was rabbit hunting and pheasant hunting. Right?
Nice.
Like, boom,
Smart.
right now.
Smart.
Here's the issue. It doesn't sugarcoat nothing. It has zero bias to it. So if it comes back and says there's a problem, you better pay attention, because it's not saying it out of some sort of emotional disorder. It's saying it out of the lack of information disorder. So either you don't have enough information, or the information you gave it is coming back bunk, right? So
I'm going to add to that. Ryan. So since all I did was upload the 3 documents you sent me, there may be additional information that you might be able to provide as we go through this that might have some clarity. So
and that's why I'm putting this preface out there, because we were literally at a trade show last week. I did a demo for the guy standing there, and it literally told him that his deal was garbage. And he got mad at me. And I'm like, sorry, bro. Like, he's like, oh, that thing's lying. I'm like, yeah, we'll say it's lying. It's broken. You're good.
He's not doing enough deals because he's taking the numbers on one deal too personal. You can't fall in love with
Yeah, man. The guy, I would see it that way too. The guy did spend almost $150,000 to let me sit there and tell him.
Oh God. Okay. So Tracy, anyway, do you want to pull it up, honey?
Yep, got it.
And just for all fairness, Trevor Hicks, we already know what he looks like. We sometimes like his camera off. Depending on what he's wearing, sometimes he shows up, shows up in his birthday suit.
Wow.
Nice.
He's got clothes over the birthday suit, but I mean, all right, here we go.
All right, hold on a second.
So we've got 3 PDFs that were put in there. One of them is a senior living fund summary, 1-pager. Then we have a deck, and then we have the operations and financials. And so, of course, Tracy put the famous phrase, we only need 3 words to do this, right? And it's called run this deal. You don't have to be a prompt wizard to use this tool, right? You literally just tell it, run this deal. Give it the information, run this deal. So what it's come back with, it thought about it for 12 seconds, and it said, this is not a yes as is. It's a conditional maybe that needs a real underwriting package before capital goes hard. Let's see what's going on with it. What it likes is the sector thesis is real. Operator story is directionally strong. Strategy has multiple value add levers. So these are all components it's saying is good. The part that it's worried about is the deal package is not asset level.
Yeah, it's true.
It's what?
It's true. It's not. There's no deal numbers whatsoever because it's a fund. We have deals that we like. We have a buy box, but we essentially build the package around the grouping of properties that meet our buy box, which we have some that we like, but we haven't even sourced yet.
Right. So what you're creating is a pool, like a blind pool.
Yeah.
You're having people put money in, and then you're going to utilize that capital to invest into a certain particular asset vertical. So
you're exactly right.
So that's understandable. It says here there are inconsistent terms across documents. Let's see what's going on here. It says early exit is shown for after 6 months in the 1-page summary, but after 12 months in the deck. So what it's doing is just it's going to point at inconsistencies for one reason. When you go to due diligence, and you go to, say, for example, FactRight. FactRight is a third-party due diligence company, largest in the country. They literally, like, there's not a registered investment advisor in this country that isn't utilizing a FactRight report to put people's money into, right? So if you want to get anywhere between a $5 million to $50 million check cut, you have to go through a third-party operator to validate this stuff. Pretend like this is literally that validator. So right there, it's just pointing out a simple inconsistency that would trip up a $50 million check.
And you're correct on that. Yeah.
So the 1-pager says it's a $150 million target raise, while the operating financial decks show a much smaller visible near-term source and uses footprint. Okay, makes sense. And so again, one document's going to suggest something other than the other. So the suggestion is made that you make everything cohesive, make everything sound the same. One document references 90 million committed already from institutions, but there is no evidence package, subscription status breakdown, or soft versus hard commitment detail. So again, it's just suggesting the things you'll need to validate that claim. And then the pro forma has a major red flag. So one, on the acquisition pro forma income statement, year 6 revenue jumps from 78.5 jumps to 78.5 from 45.6 in year 5, then drops back to 48 in year 7. One revenue line appears duplicated. Medicaid waiver room and board in year 6, the same value has as the private pay room. Okay, so basically it's just going through and kind of making it into Swiss cheese, brother. Does it just going, here's an issue, here's an issue, here's an issue, here's an issue. Like, not that your deal's bad. These are the spots you're going to get stuck. These are your mouse traps, right? So balance sheet, go ahead and keep going down if you want, Tracy. Financial structure is loose. And so best case, the team actually has strong operations. Let's go over the good news, right? The best case is that there's strong operations. It can buy and convert mismanaged products below replacement costs, stabilize occupancy. Like, these are all great things because your model is for senior living, right? Like, that
value add senior living.
Right. And so we already know it's called the silver tsunami. There's going to be a need for 1.8 million beds in the next 15 years, right? So with a little cleanup to this, it goes into being an amazing opportunity with clean documents, right? So my underwriting grade is that the theme and market is an A minus. Like, that's what we just talked about. The operator narrative is a B, documentation is a C, financial model is a D, and investor readiness is a C. Again, so now it's just telling you what you got to do to, just like when you were in school, when you got your midterm grade, you had a choice. Continue to be like Tommy D, or you can figure out your path in life like Catherine Bell. I can guarantee I had way more fun in high school than Catherine. So grades are show that dramatically. Anyway, so what I would demand before taking the next meeting seriously, and here's the thing: Catherine had me build this thing with two goals in mind. First one was to collapse timelines. The second one was to add commas to bank accounts. And so this particular program does that. It eliminates. We could have spent three weeks figuring this out, right? Like, we could have took 12 seconds. So with that in mind, level 1 had some suggestions. Level 2 has some suggestions because, again, we're using this on a daily basis to get into deals. And so if this was an A+, Blake Pepper would be over there on the phone hooking us up with the next stop. Laura would be filling out the transaction coordinator sheet. Like, we'd be like, our machine operates off of this device right here. So going through it, finishing it out, leverage points if you're negotiating, like, it's telling me how to buy your deal, right? Best funding structure, wait and invest at the asset SPV level. So it's like saying, hold off. It's saying path 2. What was path 2, Tracy, please?
Convertible pref equity with hard protection.
Right. So it's giving me another path, like being a partner in it, senior and mezzanine debt. Are you familiar with mezzanine debt?
Yes. Yeah. Like, we see that on the syndication side, mezzanine or bridge, right? So
right. Okay.
Refinance.
And so again, these are just things that it's suggesting to us. So if it's suggesting it to us, it's good for you to, maybe understand that. So that way, because if you understand it, great. My team understanding mezzanine debt, it's or mezzanine structuring is basically it's set up that you're doing debt and equity at the same time. That's the easy, fast way to talk about it. So everybody, your homework assignment is go find mezzanine debt, come back, tell me about it. So the next actions on this is to get the full asset level underwriting package. And what we can do with this is Tracy can actually, if you have GPT 2.0, meaning the pro level or plus level, you're paying the $20. If you're able to pay the $20, Tracy can take this conversation and send it to you. Then you can load into this conversation all the things that you have and continue to add to it all the things that you have, and or ask it to start adjusting those things for you, because it does document creation. It literally makes 23 bankable documents for us. It's programmed to do that. Okay. So feel free, take it over to your system and run it and put it together and do all those things. Zoom user, welcome to
I'm
the
gonna
show. Who's
Try
that?
Sicily.
Oh, it's Cicely.
I think it's Sicily while she's
I think
driving.
it's Cicely while she's driving.
Yes, it is.
All right. So, and then
And
we
we
got
see Trevor. He's driving too.
Trevor's driving too. Trevor's on a mission today. What do you? He's got that mission face on.
Ryan, I put that chat link in the chat.
In the chat.
I can email it to you if you
Awesome.
want. Then we can talk about it more.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So thanks for bringing this, Ryan. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
That's
Thanks,
good stuff.
Tracy.
That's good stuff.
This is
Yep.
great. That's what we're looking for every day. So number next, who's got the next deal up and ready to
Oh.
go and share your screen?
One more thing for Ryan. We do have
Yes.
the company out here, Emil, in
Yep.
Arizona.
Oh yeah.
Where are you guys located, Ryan?
My partner's the head of the board of assisted living in Indiana. So she's Indiana, Louisville, Midwest. I'm DC Metro. And I'm actually
Gotcha.
in Panama City, Florida right now because we have Alabama, Georgia, Tallahassee, and Pensacola that we have properties we're looking at. So I'm down here posting up for our camp right now.
Nice.
Awesome, wonderful. Well, some of the resources we'd like to send your way is a connection with Emil. I'll make that through Tracy. We'll put Tracy and Emil and Ryan together. And then also with maybe looking at Avester, Tracy. This is a good opportunity for maybe a referral over to Sanjay. If we can get everything figured out for you, Ryan.
That would be awesome. I appreciate it, guys.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thanks.
Blake, do you have your deal ready to go?
Yeah, I can pull up that deal.
Pop that deal up. Let's take a look at it because we got to call that guy, man. That thing was hot yesterday.
Yeah. We want to move on this, Blake.
Don't pull a Tristan.
Don't.
I'm gonna beat on him about
We
that.
left off with the photo.
He owes me another $10 million building.
Yeah, I mean, I really
I'm
am
mad at
sad.
that.
I wanted
I'm
that
mad at
building.
I'm so mad at that.
Here's what I'm holding. I'm holding it's how I got my house. It went under contract and I wasn't ready with all the banking documents. So in the meantime, I, spent the month getting ready with all my banking documents. It fell out of contract. I literally got under contract in 20 minutes and I got it for less than what it was originally listed for, which was a really big deal. So I'm saying we can get this building over by the airport the same way.
Loud muffler
Very
noises
loud cars around here.
make the lady go, huh?
Okay, so Blake's got this up.
All right, Blake.
Do you want the GBT or do you want the OM with the phone numbers?
No, we're gonna do the deal hunter because we're gonna go ahead and start calling Gary too. I just want to see what it said for this highest and best use. Multi-tenant industrial outdoor storage. That's, in case you didn't know, that's what IOS stands for. And a contract fleet yard. Why it's this the best use for this is that the map you sent reinforces the same conclusion, right? Going from that angle. The winning business model is to do phase one by stabilizing the property, get the multi-tenant fence yard built out, put in phase two, which is to increase value with light improvements such as getting rid of the compromised fence, upgrading the surface, doing better striping, getting a circulation pattern put in there, and then expanding the office dispatch space and putting small bay industrial or even service buildings for feasible. Like the place we're building now, which is getting repurposed from industrial to multifamily, we're going into this industrial space and industrialing it even more, right? So why this beats the alternative? Better than multifamily, better than retail, better than office, better than pure landhold, better than what else? Nothing. So the best use rankings, iOS, contractor, small bay, fleet dispatch, materials laydown. Here's the other part to this. Like the area has a lot of retailers in the area. I want to do one more thing before we get into this, Blake. Go back to the map. I want to see if we can do something real quick. Not that map. Go pull a new one. We're only going to do this time. We're only going to do 500 feet, right? And so where it says down there in the corner 1 mile, we're going to change it to 500 feet. That's about good right there, because this is what is basically known as a quad, right? Your quad is 35th to 17. It's actually your quad is 35th to 27th, but you can stretch it to 17. Indian to Thomas, that whole quad right there is pretty significant area. So let's put it in there, dictate it up. I can't see. Go ahead and do an analysis of this area and discover who has all of the competition in that area. I see a lot of industrial buildings. What is the vacancy rate of these buildings down there for the industrial use? And then what is the vacancy rate of all of the open lots? I don't want to buy something that's going to experience any vacancy. So I need to understand the absorption and absorption rate there, so that I know whether or not I'm getting into a market that can sustain a constant income and flux. Trevor Hicks got a chat going. What do you got down there, Trev?
That's the one we were talking about yesterday in Ash Fork.
Oh, Catherine's. I think that's Catherine's Chateau property, buddy.
What?
Oh, you didn't warn me, man.
Property?
You didn't warn me. It's 200 acres.
You know, I'm actually going to be driving right past there next. I told you we're coming there. I'm driving right past there on Friday.
Oh,
Shut up. You're going to be there on Friday.
Time.
What is it?
Video time.
Wait. Too many people talking. Hold on. I got goosebumps. You're going to be there Friday?
Next Friday, I fly into Phoenix. Yeah, that morning. And then we drive up to Sedona. So I'm going to be driving past there Friday afternoon.
Okay, clear the schedule so we can hang out with Trevor the entire time they're here.
On Friday?
Like the minute he lands till the minute he leaves. We're going to just trail him. We're going to be behind him in the car.
I'm
waving.
pretty sure that wasn't his plan.
I don't care.
They'll be like,
I don't care. I am going to stop
rental car again.
Okay, Trevor, we need to connect so that we can give you some give Tommy some Trevor time.
I need Trevor time. We're going to follow him up there. I don't even care.
You can just follow us into the Grand Canyon because that's where I'm headed.
Yeah,
Nice.
let's go. So I'll show you where the Anasazi used to live. I've been down in there I've been in the Grand Canyon in spots white people aren't allowed. So
okay,
there's some cool stuff.
Go. So
all right,
market read.
Here's what it comes back with at the market read. But zero vacancy risk is not realistic. So of course it's not. See how it talks to me. This thing needs to start paying a SaaS fee. Trevor, you missed it. We're gonna start a SaaS jar so that when all the women start sassing on me, we get some EMD money.
Can I just interject?
And when you're sassy, you pay like
created
10 times.
You see right there, we just made 50 grand with all that sass that just happened from that. Right there, boom! I just triggered the I'm not even in here to get sassy back, dude.
Wow. Wow.
Almost at least queen bee with the rest of them. And then you have
you created this thing. It's your personality. And it's you just sat there and took responsibility for the whole creation of this. So you can't talk back to it now.
So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get a SaaS jar going and have a SaaS jar up for all these ladies that have the SaaS going. So right here, it says that the area is surrounded with the Triangle Industrial Center. It's got the Thunderbird Business Park, the Pacific Business Park, Osborne West Business Park, Thomas Center. So there's a lot going on down there. So this means that the tendency down there is real, right? So existing building competition nearby explains it all right there. There's 14 industrial spaces for lease in that area. The iOS yard shows that there's some pockets of space available right off of that area. So, and then industrial building vacancy rates, it shows that we're between a 9 and a 12, right? In the Q4 2025. So what does that mean, Blake? It means, and what it says is that this matters because the buildings around the site are mostly older, smaller infill industrial products, not giant speculative boxes. And we have that out off of the 303. So that's why you see a 6 and a 6.5 vacancy rate on buildings between 100,000 and 3,000, right? So open lot iOS vacancy rates says that the iOS vacancy rate averaged 2.5% in Q4 versus 6.7 for the traditional industrial space. I would treat that 2.5 as a directional signal, not as a Phoenix Grand Avenue fact, but it supports the idea that usable industrial yard inventory is usually much tighter than the building inventory because zoning is limited and replacement supply is hard to create. This is I couldn't teach this to anybody. Like this is blowing my mind right now. So the broader Phoenix industrial market did show a strong demand. We just got off the phone with a guy who's literally spending $1.5 billion
with a B.
That was my fucking. I'm cussing now. I'm cussing
Careful.
now. That's how excited I am. I'm going to start talking about poop in a minute. $1.5 billion. They want me to spend $1.5 billion in Phoenix with this guy.
See? We talked about this. I help people shop.
That was breakfast.
I help people shop and,
that was breakfast this morning. So I love it. What this means for your property is that it's good science. Let's scroll down. I already know about the good signs. here's the risks, competition in this area. Okay. There is a competition to it, right? The biggest vacancy risk for this deal is Phoenix Industrial dead. It's whether the yard is priced too high. So we gotta find a way to price it in a way that people find value in being there. So the bottom line answer is I do not think that this location where vacancy should scare you off. I do think it's a location where buying too high should scare you off. And we discovered this is not a high buy. Like we had deal room on this one, didn't we? I'm almost positive of it. So next actions, call 5 brokers who handle small infill lots, pull an active iOS, tenant target, blah, blah, blah. Underwrite the deal at 85, 90, and 95% occupancy before you touch the ask price. So let's do it. Let's just figure out real quick. Copy and paste, underwrite the deal. Just copy that entire line right there, drop it in, and then let it cook. And let's jump over and look at Trevor's real quick, please.
So
and then
where's Trevor's? Trevor's in his car.
I know. So
is it on
Blake's gonna stop sharing.
Okay.
We're gonna start sharing.
Okay.
And we're gonna click on Trevor's Dilio.
His Dilio.
Da, 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 da.
What's it called?
Did it pop up?
Should be in the chat. You should be able to click it in the chat and it'll pull through there.
Oh, got it. Okay, hold on.
Right there. Continue. Yep. Go ahead and there. Boom, 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 boom.
I love technology.
All right, there we go. Scroll it up to the top. All right, so here was the deal. It's called 8200 West Rolling Ridge Road in Ash Fork, Arizona. I love that area. Here's some core facts. And what it came out with after about 4 minutes of deciding was that it's an interesting land bank plus lifestyle asset, but not a clean retreat event play as currently described. The strongest angle today is to buy it below asking, use the cabin and Airstream for housing with short-term rental, and then within the legal limits, and then treat the extra acreage as long-term optionalities. So at the current market price, it looks rich unless there's a major hidden infrastructure already in place. What the listing gives you is a 204 acre across 5 parcels in the Juniper Wood Ranch MSA. So Juniper Wood Ranch is actually a byproduct of the 1940s. When they built when they had Route 66 out there, a lot of property was just bought by developers, early stage developers, and then they were made into, tracts of land that they could sell, right, to collect taxes. So what the listing gives you is information about what's there. The zoning kill shot, RCU 10A, does allow rural residential use and 1 RV travel trailer for temporary occupancy. The 10A density standard implies roughly 1 dwelling per 10 acres. So you can't subdivide this into like housing, right? It's 200 acres. If you divided it into 10 acre lots and sold it, you're only going to get 20 lots, right? So, by the current planning standards, the short-term, go back up a little bit, short-term rentals do not allow for weddings, parties, specialized retreats, or other commercial activities. So for these people to even advertise that this is an event space, 100% illegal, against code, right?
Right.
So it goes against the structure of the code.
They clearly didn't do their research with
Right.
Bill Hunter.
Right. So not something that underwrite as legal by right. By right.
Tracy was just saying something.
What,
I was just going to say, I saw also that it said that the bed and breakfast require owner occupancy. Like it's pretty tight there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. And that's the thing is like some of these people forget to realize that just because it's out in rural America or in the country, out in the no man's land, that you can do whatever you want. You can't. The people out there have set it up so you can't. They don't want you to. They don't want you there.
Right.
Right. So they don't want you to come out there, subdivide it, and bring a bunch of people out from Phoenix to come out. We were at the gym this morning. I left the gym this morning in a massive, I was mad. Anybody ever gone?
There was a few F-bombs used. Let's just say that.
Anybody ever been at the gym when somebody's too weak to hold the weight they were lifting and it drops?
And so loud.
Raise your hand if that scares you or gives you like the what the hell going on? Literally 2 people at the gym this morning, every single time they lifted it up, they do their 5 or 10 reps and then wham, they drop.
And they were wearing earbuds, so they didn't even hear. Like how horribly
it wasn't
bad
even
was.
it wasn't even that. It was literally the fact that if they dropped them, you could feel it. Like the floor shook when they did it. Right. I did heavy equipment operating for better part of 20 years. And so like a jackhammer going pop, 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 pop. I'm used to that on a job site. I go to a gym that I spend $200 a month on just for my membership, and I got idiots there acting like it's a $10 a month Planet Fitness. I want to lose my shit.
You just call those the lunk heads.
Well, and there's signs everywhere that say not to do
Don't drop your weights.
And there were employees standing right there who wouldn't say anything about it.
They're too scared to say something. And so it's like,
or they don't care.
There's a new preacher in town out here in Arizona. His name's Mark Driscoll. And
I love Mark Driscoll.
He's right here in Scottsdale.
No kidding.
Yeah, the church, Driscoll's church, is down here in Phoenix.
Wow.
We're going to have to go.
Mark talks about the fact that weak men are designed not to say anything to anybody. How many people did I say something to before I left?
And it was a woman that actually went and handled it for you at the front desk.
Maybe she did. We don't know. But I left. I said things to people, etc. The point being is out there. That's why this property is set up to not be a resort. They don't want them there, right? Think about the movie Yellowstone or the TV show Yellowstone. They just wanted the ranch out there.
Right.
And why? Why did the rich people want to go there? Because of the peace and the view and all the beauty, right?
Right.
Right. Go on Facebook, go into the Facebook groups around metropolitan areas, and they're all like, oh my God, did you see they're building a giant store down the road?
Mm.
These are people that moved out there for the peace and quiet. But guess what? They moved out there and stole peace and quiet from somebody else. I call it karma.
So what did it say that was the best use of this?
It's literally best used as kind of like a retreat for a family. This is a family compound property. And that's why I said this is highly possible for us to open our idea.
My chateau with my horses.
Having a 30,000 square foot chateau that we host our events at.
What was the price of this? I guess I didn't see that.
Oh, let's go through that. So what we found out there, dirt value is based on 40 acres just sold for 34. So it's literally under $1,000 an acre out there. 10-acre lots are going a little higher because there's stuff you can do on it, and there might be power in proximity or water. So going down, it shows for us to go hard at a 525 to 625 price. Trevor, how much did they ask for it?
I think it's listed on Zillow still for $750 or $775.
Okay. So 750 to 775 for 200 plus acres.
So it says pass on the 700.
Unless you can get it for, 525 to 625.
Income test.
And I'm pretty sure I looked up that they bought it in 2021 for in the 300 range. So I know that there's, and I know
offer.
We're direct to seller also, and I know that they're willing to go creative offer as well, seller finance. So there is some play there.
Yeah, and usually on something like that, if you're able to just give them back the money they spent, they're typically open to holding the rest.
Yeah,
right?
Correct.
Yeah,
so
that would be very doable.
Yeah, and that's an optionality sometimes. But from the retreat standpoint, this is what Trevor and I were looking for, because we're looking for a place to host a retreat. We're looking for a place that we can take people out to and do mindset making, right?
Nice.
I need that as well. Actually, I've been looking for that too.
Well, here's the thing, Tracy, you don't need to do a mindset retreat every month, do you? You want to do it like once a year or twice a year, right?
And a more.
I mean, yeah.
Got hers.
But here's the point I'm making.
Right.
As somebody who wants to host a retreat, I look for places I can do it once or twice a year.
Right.
So if we had 10 people that wanted to host one once or twice a year, then the 10 of us go in on a place to
100%.
do it.
Right.
100%. Yeah.
And this is, I call it the Boy Scout method. This is how Boy Scouts did it. Boy Scout had what was called a council. Okay. You had all your Boy Scout troops, and each troop formed a council. The council bought the camp for all the kids to camp at during summer camp, but every troop had the ability to be there and camp anytime, any month of the year.
That's a great model. I'm taking all of my books and creating retreats out of them with workbooks and all the things. So that would be something I'd definitely look at.
I get it.
Tommy, that's why you're coming to mine in May, right? When we're talking about this retreat, he neglects to tell me he's coming to mine in the end of May, and I'm already hosting one just outside of Zion.
So
Utah.
send me the details and I'll get it in his calendar.
What is
Will do.
and tell me the details of that one too, because
So Trevor, really quick, what are the details so that everybody knows and everybody can hear, and can other people sign up? And is it only for men, women, kids? Who is it for?
No, so yeah, it's a good question. So it's a 4-day, 3-night adventure retreat is what we've deemed it. This is the first one we're hosting. We capped it at 10 spots, but we do have some expansion. I have 7 of the 10 spots full right now. It's the end of May, May 27th to the 30th. And I'll drop the landing page in here. So if you're at all interested, put your information in there. And essentially, we're getting outdoors. We're doing some hiking. We're doing some canyoneering. So doing actual experiential type things together, and then setting aside time in the afternoon and the evenings to have some more fireside chats and things like that too. I'm not calling it a mastermind. I'm calling it an adventure retreat to hopefully kind of bring clarity and again, still work on some mindset type things too. So
What is the cost for that?
It's $19.50, and that includes all of the experiences. That includes your lodging. So we're actually staying at a friend of mine's tiny home cabin, or tiny home cabins. They own tiny home retreat that has 42 different tiny homes in it. So we'll all be staying there together. That includes that. That includes all of the adventures as well, and a couple of select meals too, and some different things. That there's a couple surprises in there, but I'll put it in the chat.
This is just for men, right?
No, I have women and men coming.
Oh.
It's all entrepreneurs whatsoever. We were talking about just real estate, but it is all entrepreneurs. So
Nice.
no kids for this one, but I'm talking about I have plans to do another one in late August as well as October. And I'm talking about doing the October one to allow kids to come as well.
I'd love to see if we can invite Michael.
That's awesome.
Bangkok.
Throw that in the chat. I don't see it yet.
And there you go.
Yeah,
Want to keep doing this deal?
let me talk to you more about that tonight, Trevor, and then also I'd like to make a connection between you and Michael Landcott, and then you guys can have a conversation. If it feels warranted, I'd like you to have him send him an invite as well. But I'd like to at least just make the connection between you guys.
Sure.
Where exactly is your friend's place at?
Apple Valley, Utah.
Yeah, because Michael's in Utah, so it'd be super easy for him to attend. But Michael's the owner and operator of Y&R, which is
Young and Retired.
And you want to talk about a wealth of knowledge and a super level guy. Probably the most level dude I've ever seen under the age of 40. So,
amazing. Yeah, please make that connection.
Really solid dude. So all right, so it's 9:47. We ran this deal a little deep, Trevor. I think it's fair to say that we'd love to maybe talk with the owners of this thing, maybe even show them this thing. I don't know. Maybe they get mad, call them out on some stuff, but
I think you talked to them.
I'm sure they know it because they said that was their initial goal, was to develop a big retreat up there, and then and they've since moved on from that idea to other things. And I feel like they've moved on to other things because maybe they didn't do their research before they bought it.
Right, and they found out that they can't. Yeah.
Correct. So I think
that it even shows right there that it sold in 2021 for $340. It would take me weeks, maybe even months, to get a damn title agency to come back to me and say, "Oh yeah, they paid da da da."
Yep.
Right? Like just finding out what somebody paid on something used to take.
And then now it's giving you a script.
Here you go. That's crazy. But yeah, I think it's possible to discuss with them the opportunity, right? And then go at it from if they need full asking price, then they need to go full in owner financing. We have some ideas about what we could do there. Aside from the retreat idea, one of the other ideas, I'd have to see it on a map to know for sure. But one of the big things right now is carving roads into these mountains and then having it set up as an off-road course for cars and Jeeps and
interesting
off-road vehicles.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's a decent market. Bounce back over, Catherine, if you could stop sharing. Blake, pull yours. Let's call this guy before the show ends. Where'd Ryan go? Did Ryan dip out?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's on a job site.
So shall I pray? Lord, give Tommy the right words to say. Just kidding.
Wow.
Not really.
Laura, do it for me.
Wow.
Are we calling Gary or Nico?
Let's start with Gary because he's the managing director.
Are you going to call him?
Yeah. Where's my phone?
Here we go.
And then
Like placing bets.
Has anybody seen this cool new feature on your phone where it makes you into some like weird person that dresses funny?
What?
I don't know. That is not. It's my face with my messy hair. But what the like?
What is that? What are you looking at?
That's the screen.
All these.
It's got me all.
It shows him playing golf. It shows.
It's called
like,
what?
Here's the insane thing. If he shares any of those pictures, there's now a shopping cart that people can actually go click on and buy any of the clothes that they have him wearing in these pictures, and he gets an affiliate link and gets paid off of that at marketing.
So how could we all sign up to have that gig?
I know, right? I'm like, I want to do it.
You have to have a non-satanic device.
You have, it's only with, he's got, is that a Google phone?
Is that the Google Lens that they're...
Man, come on over from the dark side and get back on iPhone.
It's Android. I've never been on iPhone ever.
Well, we're talking to Apple, so Apple, we want that cool feature.
Yeah, thank you, Apple. What is it called anyway?
Non-satanic device stuff.
Oh my word.
What is that thing called that you did with your clothes?
I have no idea.
Now who's being sassy?
It's something that has to go along with Gemini.
Here we go.
No idea.
I think it's Google Lens.
I don't know. I'll have to double check.
I don't hear anything. Are you calling?
Yeah. It's
I don't hear
ringing.
anything.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Yes, hi. This message is for Gary Cornish. My name's Tommy with Titan Impact Group. We're calling about the property at 2956 West Osborne Road in Phoenix. It was discovered on LoopNet. If you would please give us a call, 602-888-9199. Thank you. I had a guy call the other day on a property that and I should have let it wait. I should have waited until the next day to take the call because the guy turned into a crap show. Because it was like whatever we called on, when we got him on the phone, it was like he was like 100% trying to convince us not to buy it. So it was a good example of what not to do when dealing with somebody on the phone. Tomorrow, or maybe the next day, we're actually going to look at take a look at what not to pay for when it comes to coaching. I paid a small amount of money. I'm going to be straight honest with it. I paid $300 for a branding company to help me brand up a little bit. And I didn't do any due diligence because they came with a pretty good or strong recommendation. The issue is that when we did a video together, I took the video, they gave me a copy of the video. They were supposed to do something with the video, but I took a copy of the video, and with the copy of the video I got more views on Catherine's account with the video I made than he's got on his entire account with his own content. Like my video never made it to his page. Like there was no branding work done. He just took the $300 and gave me a video, and I could have paid somebody like $100 to shoot a video.
Well, the worst part was the sound was atrocious. I could have done a better job on my Apple
like
phone.
the whole product was just trash. But I like out of frustration went back and audited him now. And it was funny. I did it because there was a video where it showed like he was getting like he was in a road rage. And I was like, oh my God, like what's going on? Because I know the guy. Turns out he staged the whole thing so that he could get 88,000 views. And I'm like, wait a minute. And so I was like, if he was able to get 88,000 views on that video, I went back and looked that he never made it past 1,000 on over 300 videos before that one. So literally clickbait was what this guy used to accelerate his brand. And it was drama clickbait. He's out the window cussing and yelling and stuff. And I'm like, not only do I want my money back, but I almost want to call the guy out for being horrible. Like, you're not a marketer.
Well, a liar. But anyway.
Anyway, let's call Nico. And the reason why I brought that up was just because, like, again, if you're not saying something about something that's bad, you're not just a weak man, you're almost evil. Allowing evil to happen is evil. Anyway, the point was that these guys, they don't call during the show. I'm gonna make sure that we call them.
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Yes, hi, I'm looking for Nico. This is Tommy D with Titan Impact Group. We're calling regarding a property on Osborne in Phoenix. If you would, I think it's 2956 Osborne. If you would give me a call back, we'd like to discuss what we found on LoopNet about it. My number is 602-888-9199. Thank you and have a good day. Did God answer your prayers, Tracy? Did I make it through okay?
You did good. Yeah, because nobody answered.
Yeah.
Just teasing.
Obviously, that's the way God wanted it because, maybe. Right?
Oh boy.
So anyway, this particular property, I don't know, Trevor, did you see what Blake brought to the table with this one?
Yeah, this is the deal we were looking at yesterday, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So it had a pretty decent deal on that. So here it shows that underwritten at 85, 90, and 95%. So the purchase price is 8.5 million, closings and all that, everything else. So total basis is about 9.1, 260 spaces. Operating expense is 25% of the load. Gross revenue, debt case is 65% loan to value, 8%, 8.5% IO. So our annual debt service is going to be about $500,000 with equity at 3.2. I ran this at 3 rent levels, 325, 350, 375. That's really high for that area. Just going to say that right now. 85% occupancy shows that we have a DSCR 1.2. At 350, it shows that we're at 1.3. I'm only looking at the DSCR because it doesn't make sense if it's under 1.2. The other numbers don't mean anything. So at the 1.47, so at 90% occupancy, we still are at 1.35, 1.45, 1.55, 1.56. At 95 occupancy, we're at 1.4. So this thing pencils strongly on all levels at 80 to 95%. The issue is that I believe that the monthly per unit price is too high. I think it needs to be 250, 275, and 295, right? So
should we
right
tell
now
it
it's
that?
got it too high. So yeah, we will in a minute. So okay, so on the base case scenario is that underwriting this at a 90% stabilized occupancy, 350 a month average rent, and 8% yield on cost, 7.2 on cash with the debt is acceptable but not sexy. So very true. When we lower the price, it's going to drop that. So one of the things, go ahead and keep going down a little bit. One of the things that we looked at for something like this is that the 260 space count is truly usable. I think that we could probably go up in the space count because how many acres was this, Blake? It's 12 acres, right?
9.8.
9.8.
And that's including 2 office spaces, which that takes up some land. So it's included in it. So it's eliminating some of the spaces that we have available. So we can increase it if we remove some of those office little spaces that they have in the OM.
I think we could leave those on there at 9 acres. Let's figure out how many usable square foot that's talking about and then what we got to do to adjust. Go ahead and hit the dictate button. We got 1 minute left and we'll get this deal run out. I want to adjust and understand how many square foot are you accounting for rentable space for the iOS. So, okay, keep going. It says here that the gross site area is 426,000. So we actually have the ability to go to about 212,000 when it comes to the parking space. So for a site like this, a rough screen is usually 70 to 85% usable, right? So how that accounts using 320,000 usable square foot, that's a 75% efficiency. So, and that equals about 1,231 square foot per space. I don't need that big. If we're just parking trucks there, that's huge, right? I can park 2 trucks and 3 trucks in that space, I believe. So let's do this. Give it the message. I want to park trucks in this area. So I only really need our spaces to be like 15 by 50. So break this down again and run that through the 320,000 foot. So again, we can increase our spaces, but then decrease our prices per space. That makes a huge difference because at the end of it all, we're trying to figure out like how much we can. Usually industrial is $19 to $24 a square foot. That's where we want to be, period. Right. And that's leased. That's per year. So, and I think because we're buying it. What did we say we're buying it at, Blake? $800 or $900 a square foot?
I believe it was about the 825, 830 range.
Somewhere in there. So having it now says that we can do a 426 stalls max. And so what it's going to do though, is it's going to knock us down to 60% efficiency. All right. Which gives us 256 spaces all the way up to 290. We can go as high as 322. So doing it that way, you know, there's 260 to 280 stalls, trailers only, small trucks, etc. So we're not doing full tractor trailer combo. We're just doing tractors or trailers, I mean. So go ahead and run this out. Do a 15 by 70 space. So give us all 304 raw spaces and put these at 250, 275, and 295 and rerun the numbers at that. Send it. We have an appointment at what time?
She's supposed to be here at 10, but I haven't seen any emails or messages anywhere.
Okay.
I don't know where. I know she was communicating directly with you.
Oh yeah, it's going to take a minute to think.
Here's the deal, you guys. This has been consistent inside of like people scheduling appointments and then not showing up and not communicating. This is fascinating. If you're not running your life out of your calendar and absolutely making sure you have enough margin to get places, it is so incredibly disrespectful and unprofessional. And it has me like literally just write people off. And I mean, they want to
100%.
reschedule time and I'm not interested.
No. Me either.
If you're not professional enough to be running your life out of your calendar so that you can be places on time, like you're wasting my time. My time is incredibly valuable.
Especially if it's a no-show. If it's a no-call, no-show, like that's it. You don't get another chance to get on my calendar.
Yep, we're done.
What was her name?
Alyssa Rojas. She was the private jet company.
Now, if there's circumstances out of their control, okay. Usually you can pick up a phone and call or text.
Right. Be in communication, people.
Yes.
So
Is today Thursday?
yes.
All day, Tommy. All day.
Again, that one would have got us probably like $20 right there. That's a $20 SaaS bill right there. Has anybody ever seen the Robin Williams movie Popeye?
No.
Laura? Okay. Remember when the old Olive's dad would walk around, you owe me, right? Remember that?
No, it's been a heartbeat.
Oh my goodness. All right. Homework today for everybody now is go find the movie Popeye starring Robin Williams.
Blake, he just goes and finds it.
Right? Go ahead and
Wow, Blake, you get a wow. You beat me, but that's because I'm wrapping up computers and stuff. That's awesome, Blake.
I'm over here working. I don't know what you guys are. I'm over here working. Like,
I know, right? Okay, let's go back to the deal. As we scrolled off to a Popeye movie.
Go right in the middle of the screen. Right in the middle of the screen. Go right in the middle of the timeline. Drop it right there, and let's see it play from right there. We'll find the deal, man. Nope, that's where they found the baby.
You know this thing, right screen for screen. That's really sad.
Right there's perfect. Let it play. It's thinking about it. It's trying.
No, it's not going to share it because it'll close off the videos if you're on Zoom.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyway, go back and watch this movie. Blake has found it for you. He's going to put the link in the chat. Everybody go watch it. Pay attention to the old guy. He's Olive's dad. You know Olive, right? Popeye's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So Olive's dad walks around all day. You owe me an apology. That's all he does all day.
Is that you?
You're creating that.
I said it. Laura did. Don't blame other people's stuff on me.
Okay. You are BFF.
Oh my God. I am not responsible for what anybody else does, says, thinks, feels.
Wow. That gets you another wow.
Wow.
So do
Laura's full of wows today.
I'm up to $100. I'm going to get $100 before I get off this 10-minute late call.
Alyssa,
wow.
Hi, honey. How are you?
That's all we have to say.
We're just wrapping up this.
All right, so let me tighten this up with a prayer. And as a matter of fact, we're gonna use the one sent to us by our fearless SaaS leader, Amor. Hello, thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
good to see you.
You want me to read it?
No, I got it. Hold on.
Oh, Tina's watching us. Tina, we miss you.
All right.
Do you want me to read it, or you got it? Okay.
This is a prayer from Amor today. God, we thank you that abundance, favor, and opportunity are flowing to us and through us. We are both generous givers and graceful receivers. Wealth is not scarce around us. It surrounds us, aligns us, and multiplies in our hands. We walk in overflow, not in limitation. We make wise, spirit-led decisions, and every opportunity we touch is blessed. Doors are opening, strategies are clear, and increase is consistent. May our investments and our work be fruitful, our mindset be disciplined, and our hearts remain aligned with purpose, as well as we build wealth that impacts generations. Yes, indeed, it won't be long now. Things are going to happen so fast, your head will swim. Everything will be happening at once, and everywhere you look, blessings will be there. Amos 9:13. So everyone have a blessed day.
Amen.
Amen.
Tomorrow, most of you at 3 when we have our next meeting. So
Yep.
Beautiful.
See ya.
everybody.
Bye bye.